never thought I'd live to see this day. God would make his choice, must him stay. Well, I never thought I'd be one of the few, be the one to know just what to do, to have the light inside me to shine through for me and you. Know just what to do. And the voice of God keeps ringing in my ear, telling me who it is I have to fear. Make me see the reasons why I'm here. But
Do you believe in it? Heaven, I mean, it just seems far-fetched.
that was the best way to get two little screaming girls to eat their vegetables and share their toys.
I'm being serious.
Yeah, so am I.
So if the book is right, does that mean God sent the fog and the monsters to deliver the good people to heaven?
No one is good except God alone. That's the quote, right? If there was ever good people in this world, they were in heaven long before the fog hit.
I'll have to take your word for that. Not like I've seen anything out there for myself. It's just, with the stories you've told me and everything you've seen, you can still believe there's a God up there picking people off to take to a better place.
Well, why the fuck not? You know, a place where I can see my girls again, pick up where I left off. I didn't go through all this shit just to find out there's nothing at the end. You know, so there has to be a heaven, right? And there has to be someone to blame, right? There's always someone to blame.
I don't know. If there is a God, he's one spiteful prick. The proof of that is all around us.
Martin, I learned something a long time ago. You know, cursing God is like standing naked in the streets and yelling into the fog. You know, you probably die before anybody yells back. I wouldn't be surprised if God just didn't see what kind of shit place this was and took hell and delivered it right to our doorstep, you know? Save us the trip.
So you could believe God passed his judgment and left us here.
It's hard to say.
But if we didn't get chosen to leave, are we bad people?
I ask myself that every day. I hope there is a heaven, and I hope God lets me in there anyways.
They discovered that we have a companion for life, he said. We have a predator that came from the depths of the cosmos who took over the rule of our lives. Human beings are its prisoners. The predator is our lord and master. It has rendered us docile, helpless. If we want to protest, it suppresses our protests. If we want to act independently, it demands that we don't do so. Castaneda responds to Don Juan, asking for a logical explanation as to why this predator has taken over. There is an explanation, Don Juan replied, which is the simplest explanation in the world. They took over because we are food to them. And they squeeze us mercilessly because we are their sustenance.
What do you make of that?
I mean, I don't think they're actual predators, not physical ones. It's more personal than that. I think the predator is life. Our history and everything we go through that forms how we look at the world. Take us, for example. Everything I know is from stories and books, but you've seen them. Our lives, our predators, have broken us down and changed how we look at our surroundings. It isn't something we can fight, and we can't break its control, because it's part of us now.
You asked why I push you so hard. Why we train. And you ask knowing all too well what the fuck is out there beyond these walls. The world is still fucked, Josiah! The enemy's out there! And they're winning! So long as we're shackled here in this dump, I don't want to be a prisoner to another world that hates us! I cleaned the shit from your diapers when mom and dad were out there fighting for their lives against a predatory system that took them away from us! Before them, Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale, all fucked over by their versions of evil. From predators who lived right down the street from them sometimes. The fog and the evil inside of it are oppressors, Jay. And I won't be docile or helpless. I'll push you hard enough so that you can one day walk out into that shitstorm and live to tell the story of how you fought back against the fuckers who kept you locked up in here. Listen to that, Jay. Listen closely. Here are your predators. And I'll tell you that from experience. They will do more than just eat you.
I know you don't think I can, but I can help you out there. Whatever's out there, we can fight it together.
You help enough here. Okay, who else would get me in this suit? Okay, I'd probably bend over and break every good muscle I got just trying to tape up these damn boots.
I'm being serious.
So am I.
But
nothing. Look, I know you want to go out there, but what you're asking for isn't worth it. Okay, just keep reading, Marty. All right, you'll learn more about the world in those pages than you ever would going out there.
look, I'm grateful for you saving my life all these years, okay? Bringing in some random kid wandering around when the fog hit probably wasn't the plan, but you can't keep me here forever. And let's face it, you break every good muscle you have left trying to stop me.
I let 2 kids out of my sight once. Right? And kids, they're stupid. Right? They want their independence. Yeah, but who do you blame when you go out there and find them torn up by those monsters out there? The 2 little girls that wanted to explore? Or the parents that let them out there? Right? This, Martin, this is what curiosity does.
ever coming home with wounds like that.
Change the subject. What do you want for your birthday tomorrow?
I'm gonna stay in this fucking house for starters.
Try again.
Maybe you'll actually tell me what you go out fighting every day. Give me an idea of what's out there.
You know enough. You know there are things out there that want to kill you. And you know you're safe for now. As long as you're out of sight.
I don't know anything. You make me spar with you every day to prepare for something I know nothing about.
I don't know what you want me to tell you, Josiah. If I tell you something you aren't ready to hear, you can't unhear it. Sometimes it's best not to know.
Bullshit! I want to know why Mom and Dad left. At least let me have that.
Does it matter? They aren't here, and they won't be there when you have to step out for the first time and face the shit that's out there.
I know they're gone. But how? Why? Can you blame me for wanting to know why they left us here to go out there? The same place you go running out every night. You are fighting an evil I can't even see. Then you end up with weird wounds that I have to patch up. And won't even say how you got them. I'm just tired of living in this shithole. Waiting for you to come back and fucking around in the world I don't even get to read about.
Fuck you, Josiah! I'm tired of listening to you whine about a life you don't know shit about. You'll know whatever the fuck I want you to know. When I want you to know it. Not a second sooner. You got me?
Now, the only time you would ever need to use this is if I'm dead and my body is stinking up the place and you need to get me out. Now, pay attention, boy. Right here, square key. This goes for this lock right here, okay? Circle key here. This lock right here. Always make sure to take this off and never forget about the string.
What's the third key for? The rough-looking one.
The third key? That's for my secret lockbox.
I'm being serious.
So am I.
I based it off your story from last week.
You're not supposed to be in here.
The story you told me about the monster you fought before the fog came in. I thought it was cool.
I'll hang out with the rest of them.
Where are the rest of them?
Sources believe that the predators have given us our systems of belief, our ideas of good and evil, our social mores. They're the ones who set up our hopes and expectations and dreams of success and failure. They've given us covetousness, greed, and cowardice as the predators that make us complacent, ruthless, and egomaniacal.
Josiah, come here for a second. Let's go, come on.
It's all a bit pathetic, I know. But since I can't take you out to a bar, you'll have to settle for some shitty rum in a mug. Hey, best not ask where I got it from.
I don't have anything to compare it to, so as far as I'm concerned, this is a bar.
All we need now is some shitty music playing way too loud and some girls for you to get rejected by.
Fuck off!
Cheers, bro.
You know it's not my first time, right?
Well, it couldn't have been a fucking rat sneaking away with the liquor over the years. You wanted to know what happened to Mom and Dad? Stepping out that door was dangerous even before the fog arrived. We'd been the hunted. And Dad was one of many who fell prey to those sick bastards out there. It was a war that took Dad away from us. A war of hate and bigotry. A war that still goes on right now. No less hidden by the fog as it was before it.
And Mom?
To be honest, I don't know. She walked out that door 15 years ago and never said where she was going. Maybe the fog got her. Or something else did. But she never came back for us.
I ever wonder why the fog came. And why it came when it did.
I used to. Before. I was inside watching people in the streets drop like flies. Could have been man-made. A desperate and cruel way of ending a civil war. But I stopped wondering when I realized it doesn't matter how or why it came. Fog or not, that bullet hole in Dad's head is a reminder that there are other threats out there.
Fuck is this, Damien?
The war goes on, fog or not. Hunt or be hunted. You were right before. You deserve to know what's out there. I realized a while ago, I could sit here and patiently wait for Mom to come find us, assuming those monsters don't kill us first. Or I can take this and fire into the fog until I hear something drop. It's best you see for yourself.
I read something that I found laying around in the basement yesterday. It's this book where the author talks about learning from a magical person called a shaman. It's about these monsters that the shaman talks about. Monsters that roam the world and imprisoning humans and eating them to stay alive. But the author hasn't seen these monsters and finds the whole idea hard to believe. Nobody ever asked me to consent to being eaten by beings of a different kind of awareness. My parents just brought me into this world to be food, like themselves. And that is the end of the story.
Well, I never thought I'd live to see this day. God would make his choice, us who'll stay. Well, I never thought I'd be one of the few. Be the one to know just what to do. Have the light inside me to shine through for me and you. Know just what to do. And the voice of God keeps ringing in my ear, telling me who it is I have to fear. Make me see the reasons why I'm here. But
Mm-hmm.